Alright, we're back with some Code Veronica. Haven't played this one, at least as a VOD, in a while. We're going to be doing an A rank playthrough. We are going to use the infinite herb glitch. I am following a text guide that I wrote up. It is based off of Optinoob's guide. I'll have all that linked in the description if you would like to check it out as well. Yeah, in Optinoob we trust, dude. Like he carried me through the story on here, and he'll probably do the same for the battle game. He carried me through Fatal Frame 2. He carried me through Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth. I can't remember if I used him for remake or not. I've probably used his guides for a couple other games too. But what I did was I watched his playthrough, which I have linked in my guide, and I basically just wrote up the steps from his guide. I did make some like logical tweaks, like there were some inefficiencies that I have hopefully corrected. Hopefully. I'm using version 4 in my guide. There will be version 5. As I was reading through last night, I spotted probably 10 things. I was like, they're all relatively minor for the most part, but they're egregious enough that I'm like, all right, we'll do one more final cleanup. So I will have version 5 of this guide linked in the comments, but to be clear, this playthrough is not a guide. Even though I'm going to talk about my guide pretty often. Hey, you know what we didn't do? It's fine. Actually, it's not fine. I was too busy yapping, and I didn't do what we were supposed to do. At all. So that's why I said this isn't a guide. I triggered these guys early because I fucked up. Good times. You love to see it. It's not a big deal. Alright, and we go file. Read it. And it is active. I did this on the Xbox version yesterday. And my time was around 2.5 hours. When all was said and done. I'm gonna get bit, so we get bit a lot. Alright. Because we have an infinite herb. I'm a fan doing this run with the dogs like this, though. Like, you generally only want to trigger them on your way back. I don't know what's going on up there. That's exactly how we got bit a second ago. On step 6 of my guide.
Please deposit any metallic items you have in the security box.
This is the PS3 version of the game, if you couldn't tell from the trophies. Skirt. I am not playing very effectively today. Clear. At least I'm gonna remember to hit this while I'm in here. That will give me a small bit of my time back from yesterday, because I totally forgot that. Step 8. Yeah, but I've played this. This is my 3rd time doing an A rank run, and you'd think I would have it pretty decently down pat. Step 9. Use a little more ammo there, but that's fine. We're going to get a bunch back in the graveyard. Now we're on step 10. Oh, he almost got me. The guide says to kill all these, and that's what Optinoob does, but I'm not going to. Since I have the infinite herb, I do like to gamble. It saves me some ammo and gives me a little bit more leeway with some of the later sections. Right. When you have the infinite herb, at least you're in good shape. Yeah, I knew he was gonna block the way there. But hey, getting through there with only what, 1 bite and some fire damage. Step 11, by the way. Step 12.
Please deposit any metallic items
Yeah.
in the security box.
Thankfully, I'm not like an actual speedrunner of this. I'm just some dude. Oh, this is still step 12. It stays step 12 until we leave this room. Wow, that like freeze frame. Now we're on step 13. You know, funny enough, I've played this using 3 different D-pads over the last couple days. The PS3 one is the most uncomfortable one. Would not have expected that to be the case. Funny enough, my favorite has probably been the Xbox one. That one was really comfy. Step 14. Hopefully I don't end up renumbering these steps and goofing it up, but this is accurate as a version 4. Oh my god. I think I have all the steps like done. I just need to make some tiny tweaks for formatting. Like everything I found, there was really nothing major. Oh man, the PS4 controller is phenomenal. I do love on this HD version that you can see down this passage really well. Step 15, by the way. Or even though we're almost done with it. Damn it. I always anticipate this cutscene. You can't skip it anyways. Step 16, by the way. Step 17. The numbering was so fucked up in the earlier versions. Should grab this while it's here, but whatever. We have so much time to spare. It's fine. Step 18. This is one thing that I do need to edit on version 5. Step 19. I need to add a note. So it says try to exit to courtyard. Because my guide doesn't really indicate where to exit to, and like, yeah, this makes sense, but like, I want the guide to not have to make too many assumptions and like tell you all the pertinent information that you need to know. Step 20, by the way. Step 21. Sometimes I'm not announcing what step I'm on until I'm like halfway through. And that's my B. I didn't even include that cutscene because like it's so irrelevant to progression. We don't grab any maps. Yeah, Optinoob's run it's wild to say out loud as we don't get the Magnum. Excuse you. Let's try it again. We don't get the Magnum. We hold off on getting the shotgun for pretty much the whole time we're playing as Chris until right as we're about to leave the Antarctic base. It's silly. Step 22 is coming up, by the way. God, I'm gonna get to say that 150 more times. Well, yes, I would love the side pack. Step 23. We're in the Airport 1 section of my guide. Claire Airport 1, to be clear. We are going to the second floor cargo bay. We gotta play the crane game. Oh, we're on step 20. Still 23. Though we're about to be on 24 as soon as this crane drops. I probably should add a note here that about it picking up the cargo to reveal the panel. Now we're on step 24. I always try to skip this and I can't. I try to only go for the standing zombies here. It's not the end of the world if you end up like getting the crawling zombie and like stomping his head in or something, but like there's really no point. He's not really in the way. We're on step 25. Which this is really just a traveling step to get to the next big section of the guide. This is going to go to step 26 as soon as we get in the sub, which will take you to clear MTF1. Like, it was kind of hard writing this part and, like, deciding how technically correct I wanted to be. This is technically where we're going to be running through the submarine dock, the courtyard. Those two maps belong to the palace. So I could have technically marked this as Palace 2 and given it literally like 2 travel steps. But I decided it would probably make more sense to make the next section where you're actually going to be going and doing things and not just like a travel through section. So that's why I didn't label this particular run right here as travel to or Palace 2. God damn. We're in the military training facility now. We are on step 27. Let's clear MTF1 officially. Cutscene here. We got serpentine our way over these stairs. Chase Alfred through the door. We are on step 28. Gotta progress events here a little bit. Damn, I always think you're turned around. It just pulls you back some. We're on step 29 now. There's 177 steps, I think. I had to redo the count last night. I don't remember what it ended up being, but it's around that. Try to leave. I need to note that you need to try to leave. Oh, I did add that note. There, yeah, just go fucking nuts on that. To be quite honest. Oh no, you probably do need to kill him to unlock the door now that I think about it. Now we're in the Steve MTF section. Yep, we'll see many more of those. We're going to turn back around for a gold trophy really quick. Before we start killing stuff. This is step 30.
Do you want me to take care of this for you, little boy?
Damn, Claire. Oh, it's a bronze on this one. But yeah, the cool part about Steve is you can absolutely burn his ammo. You'll never need it again after this part. Come on. He keeps aiming toward that zombie behind me. It's fucking me up. We do need to clear the area, though. That is important. I think you can use R2 to aim without auto aim. Let me test it really quick. No. You have to aim with auto aim. That sucks. We're on 31. Step 31. It's clear MTF2. This is a section. We're gonna get another trophy here in a sec. That was a gold trophy on the PS4 to go and talk to Claire, but it's only a bronze here. Is Steve gonna get in my damn way? Does that try to run around here? Because he usually does. I kind of lost the sauce. We're on step 34 now. Is this his diorama room? My bad. Got to move in too quick. Now we're on step 35. Some of these steps go super quick. Pretty much we advance a step every time we take an action, like killing an enemy, grabbing an item, using an item, stuff like that. Still on step 35. $36. $37. I do technically consider this upper area its own room. I do have it marked as first floor and second floor. $38. $39. $39 is a big step. We got a lot of inventory management. This is our first time getting to an item box. It is a big step. It's because there's all the way down to H on instructions. Step 40. Yeah, in earlier versions of this guide, Migs can tell you it was hard for me to know quickly what items to deposit, what items to withdraw. So that's actually, it kind of led to the format of it being one thing per line. It really just helps with legibility. Step 41. I always like to combine just to save some space. Step 42. Step 43. I've used it a couple times in the guide, but the use and discard, I kind of struggled with a way to like efficiently write like, hey, you should use a key here, but then get rid of it when it prompts you to, because that's kind of a mouthful. And it took me a couple iterations to be like, oh, you know what, use and discard kind of gets the job done. I think it's silly they won't vent this room until you take a look at that code. When we pass this door, we'll be on step 44. Yeah, I had it more written in kind of a paragraph format. It was still fairly concise. It definitely didn't require as much scrolling, but I realized I didn't need to see so many steps at once. It was better for me to just make them legible. You know what? I'm gonna do this as a little treat for myself for later. This is not in the guide, but I'm gonna do that later. That mixed herb we're gonna have on us as we do the mutated Steve bit at the end of the game. Just as a little bit extra insurance, because he hits really fucking hard. I hate inputting this passcode. Like, it's quick, but like a weird kind of quick. We're on step 46, by the way. I've been kind of bad about yapping. Almost like this isn't a guide. I need to remind myself. But I do know, like, watching like Optimate Noob stuff and just kind of like working on this, that I had wished I had a recording and I knew exactly where I was in the guide, like at any point. So I'm kind of doing it for me. Yeah, we're on step 46. They always body block my ass. It's awful. Step 47 now. I thought about doing like an on-screen indicator, but we just moved too quickly through steps. Now we're on step 48, which is just a travel step. We're ultimately going to go to the palace bathroom. Almost did it again. We really fucked up here. Holy shit. Not the RE6 palace, that's correct. The He-Man palace. Man, trophy hunting Resident Evil 6, like doing the boosting for the like just like multiplayer stuff was awful. I hated it so much. Resident Evil 5 wasn't bad. A little boring, but like otherwise it was fine. I think we got a cutscene with Wesker. Not that we're gonna watch it in this playthrough, but oh, I lied. Yeah, and like honestly, I still do, but we're on 49, by the way. Now we're on 50. There's Versa. Oh yeah, you end up with like over 300. 51. Step 51 right there. Let's see if I can remember the order. T-set. I think, yeah. Alright. Oh, this is all step 41. This is a big step. We'll be on 42 after we pick up this vase. But yeah, like even just with the Optinoob guide, you end up with around 300, and then with my guide, you actually end up with a little bit more because I like to have extra. We're finally going up to an item box. Step 52. No. No, we're not. You know, if I wasn't going for the A rank, maybe. But I'm not allowed to retry. So that's gonna be a no for me, dog. I'll put one green herb. We forgot to pick up some items though. Yeah, we have to swap our ammo. That is true. Yes, if you kill him with a knife, there is a special cutscene specifically for that. That feels like everything. Step 53. Those item box steps, it's hard to like write those in such a way that you can convey it quickly but like make it easy to follow. And while I did my best, when you have like 10 different things you gotta do, it's kind of rough. I had Taco Bell. 1971's code. I ended up having a not great dream. It did not involve a Bandersnatch. Though it would have been a lot cooler if it did. Step 54. But I guess I didn't really talk about this when we did our Gears of War co-op a few days ago. And since I have like a second here where I don't have to spout stuff off the guide, I ended up, let's see, today's July 19th. Oh, the stream's dropping. That's fine. We're going to keep recording. On July 19th, I got, and today's July 19th, rather. It was towards the end of June. I got a notification from my job that I was going to be laid off. Myself and my entire department, which is several hundred people. Now, the neat thing is, since it's so many people, they had to tell us 2 months in advance, and they can't let any of us go, at least like not for reduction in force just yet. So I'm actually on a non-working paid leave where I get paid all my normal hours currently, but I don't even have to clock in. Like, I'm supposed to be boxing up my equipment to send it back in. Step 55, by the way. And then step 60, or excuse me, 56. So yeah, I'm on a paid non-working leave at the moment until around just about the end of August. I do get a severance. It's not anything. I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about the details, but it is what it is all I'll say about it. It's better than nothing. But yeah, I am using some of my time to either work on my resume or Did we get the music? No, we didn't, because all we did was this. I'm either working on my resume or putting in applications, just trying to get something going right now. Just step 57. Yeah. I've worked at the same place, which I'm under an NDA and can't say like really anything about what kind of work I did other than I taught people. But I've worked for the same place for almost 20 years. And I am allowed to like apply within the company. It's just they can't like straight transfer me anywhere. We're on step 58, by the way. Well, I remember when I was playing this yesterday, they were really handsy. Like doing the head grab thing. Really messing me up. Step 59. Well, once we get off the bridge, we'll be on step 59. Yeah, I'm supposed to already have my equipment boxed up, and I haven't done that yet. So I'm trying to work out a day that I can take it to the place that's got to go. Step 60. Oh, I just realized there's a slight logic error. I don't have the Palace Hall steps here. Step 61. I'll have to remember that. Like I missed a couple of the traversal steps. It's kind of big, but it doesn't change the step order, thankfully. This step 61. Now we're on step 62, which we're heading back to the Iron Bridge. Which the Iron Bridge itself is step 63. It's not very effective on the step count, but since we were changing areas, it just felt like that was the move. Is it coming out here that we see Wesker? No, I remember it's like specifically when we're coming back in for something. We're in the Claire Prison 2 section. We're going to be. Yeah, Savvy and I were talking about that. Yeah, he had a bicep tear, I think. That, I mean, you'll be out. I saw online people saying like that's a 8 to 12 month recovery, like after surgery. And I guess they just can't wait that long. I don't know. This is officially step 63 now that we're here. Now we're on step 64. Which I can actually do that now. We're going to the execution yard, which should be to my left. And through the padlock door. And then we're gonna kill everything here. Your dad had both bicep tendons. He can back in 2 to 3 months if they push it. Really? And see, like, I only know what I saw people saying online. It's still on 64. But we should be on 65. I know my fiance was pretty upset about it because. Alright, fuck you too, zombies. All I want is to shoot this tank. Thank you. True, yeah. And like people were talking about it in a professional wrestling context. So maybe that's why they would like not want to push it, which is the call. But I don't know. Either way, it sucks for that guy. Like he had a good look for the role. He tore both his shoulders. Damn. Well, your dad, correct me if I'm wrong, but wasn't he associated with law enforcement without me getting too detailed? So he was probably doing some pretty physical stuff. We're on step 67, by the way. I got so into talking that I wasn't calling steps. Actually, we're on 68 now. I think we're good. Yeah. It sounds like my dad. He couldn't sit still for shit. Okay. I think we got rid of everything. Yeah, we're good. Now we're going to the clinic. So now we're on step 69. Nice. I'm gonna be real honest with you. It says to get the screener, but I'm gonna skip it. Jeez. Yeah, your dad sounds like a beast. Holy shit. I dodged him last night. Did not do so good today. Step 71. We only have a little over 100 steps left and we'll have the game done. And I've only been at it. My recording is just about to hit 55 minutes. This takes about 3 grenades. I do like to go forward a little bit. Oh no, we got it in 2. Look at us being awesome. I always forget to equip the lighter here, because we're going to need it in a sec. Need the note. on SIP 72. Yeah, Migs, I've tried to tell the boys some of your woes with, like, without going really detailed into any of it, but like with your work and it's just how either busy or drained you are. Wow, that was slick. Ask me to do that on repeat, and I bet you I can't. Step 73. Four months. That was just to do the first clear, too. But I feel like you got hit with a lot of, like, atypical stuff during that 4 months. Like, it wasn't just, oh, you were just chilling and, like, not making progress because you didn't want to. I feel like you've had a lot happen in that time frame. I like to back up and just kind of, like, bait him out for a little bit. Now we're on 74. Man, your hospital just takes advantage of you. I know I say that. God, it feels about like every other month at this point. But like they so take advantage of you. So with us being on 74, when we get to the prison backyard, it's going to be messy. Because zombies will spawn. I don't think I've ever gotten through them without getting bit. Yep. I can get through with just like one. But not all of it. We're heading to the cells so we can give Rodrigo the hemostatic and stuff. One of the more infamous backtracks in the series. Let's see if I can get through the graveyard without getting hit. Nope. Sometimes he's kind, sometimes he's not. It's fine. Tanking hits is honestly just part of getting through it quick. By the boss of bosses. Man, that was a long time ago. Alright, so some stuff's gonna happen in here. This is one of those logic things, like Optinoob doesn't equip the grenade launcher until a couple rooms from now, but like there's no reason to hold off. Just do it now. Alright, we're on step 75 and conversely 76. We're trying to get to the casino room in the palace. We're gonna be limping on the next bite. Hey, look, if that herb's getting the job done, like, alright, you know, fuck it. The herbal essence. Yeah, this is we're about to be at the beginning of Claire Palace 4 in my guide. I would say that's the last time she goes to the palace, but that is not correct. There's the Palace 5. Alright, now we're on step 76 officially. Man, the hubris I had last night of being like, oh yeah, you never see these guys again. No, you have to run by them a couple times. Is this the Wesker cutscene? You think I would know this by now?
Greet.
Yes. When we get to the casino, we've got some stuff to do. Wow, Yeti, you suck. I'm gonna be really real right now. Fuck this guy. It's not in the guide to kill him, but I hate him so much. He's always in my way. Because he gets me on the way back too, and it's really annoying. I always end up with like 20 spares, so it's really not like a big deal or anything. We are on 77. Oh, by the way, if y'all want to read along with these steps, I'll have it in the description, but there's the exact one I'm using. Around 78. We gotta do some item box extreme. This guy kind of sucks too, but like, I feel like he's a little easier to get around. It's like a 50-50 for me. Alright, first things first, dump these herbs. And then we need the handgun once again. I think because, yeah, we're going to be upgrading it in a sec. We need the other Duralumin case. I've never counted, but like way more than I need. I do like to have a stockpile, and I even advocate for it in the guide because, like, what if you fuck up and forget to give Chris the herb, you know? Do I not have... Oh no, I just did that in advance. That's fine. Yeah, like the Xbox run, which like you saw that like even though I did fuck that up, it was not the end of the world by any means. I knew we were gonna get hit. You know what really sucks is this bridge has a bunch of zombies on it. It has like 5 really hard to dodge zombies. Last night on the Xbox version, I got by them all without getting hit. That is not going to happen today. It's not going to happen at all. Yeah, I might have to tank every single one of them. Pretty much. Damn it. But we're heading up to the bedroom corridor and ultimately Alfred's bedroom, which this is step 80. Yeah, that bridge, it's kind of up there with the moths for me. Step 81. Step 82. I don't know why she's so nervous about going into the playroom. Wait, we can run this way, can't we? I don't think it's any faster, really. I haven't checked out that one. I'm really sad that that happened. Like, I know it's funny, but I'm really sad that, like, a third of that VOD is just you talking to the void. I'm skipping a green herb. It's noted in the guide, but I'm skipping it. Because I just really don't need somebody since I'm doing the infinite herb glitch. The few that I'm getting are literally just insurance for Chris. Yeah, about 2 hours in. It just goes to show you, man, you gotta step 83. Gotta do those audio pre-checks. And here anymore, I'm just doing a whole like stream test for like 5 minutes before I stream to see if it's dropping frames. Yeah, I mean, it's probably a lot longer when you play on a harder difficulty. Step 84, by the way. Like, if we were playing on, like, not normal, I think we'll get Gears 2 and 3, but I don't think we're going to get them on PlayStation. Not unless Asha just has a huge change of heart. Did you see where she basically, like, held a, like, metaphorical gun to Todd Howard's head, and it was like, you would need to announce everything you're doing to everybody. Step 85.
This
86. Heading back to the secretary's office. Yeah, made him talk about Bethesda stuff and not just Starfield. I guess I'll talk about Fallout and Elder Scrolls. Like if it hasn't been Fallout or Starfield, like I feel like I haven't heard him really talk about anything in years. I'm sure that's not actually true, but that's what it feels like. And when it comes to like PR and media, the feeling matters just as much as the actual truth. We're technically on step 87 once we cross this bridge. Fuck off. Holy shit. Wow. I hate this bridge so much. We are going to get ready for the
Harriet!
Yes. We're gonna get ready for the tyrant fight. Here at our item box. I already did the bowgun powder nonsense. I do need the army proof. We're good on herbs. Alright. Harriet. Did you see that Jennifer English stepped out of doing the lead role for Tides of Annihilation? We're on step 88, by the way. Bury it. So tell a dad joke.
Claire.
Claire, run!
The self-destruct
It yeah, she was in the lead role for Tides of Annihilation. Step 89.
We gotta get to that airport.
And then once we get into the airport, we'll be on step 90. Jeez. It was an accident, Biggs. He didn't mean it.
self-destruct system has been activated.
So, I want to put out there before I say anything else. I don't know if any of this is true. From what I recall, the official announcement is this like mental health stuff, which is completely valid, and that's all she needed to say. Like, she doesn't need to say anything else. The rumor going around the internet campfire is it has to do with her and her partner splitting up because her partner is also working on Tides of Annihilation. But like, that's just hearsay and rumors. We're on 90.
The self-destruct system has been activated. All personnel.
Oh, it was Moira, wasn't it? That's what people are saying. Like I said, I don't know if there's any truth to it. I just know that's what's being said online. She did pick a replacement, or help them pick a replacement. She's still working with the studio in like an advisory role for the part. So like, that's cool that, you know, she can still do that. But yeah, like, if that situation was true, we just did step 91, we're doing step 92 now. But like, let's talk for a second like that is the reason. If I was her, yeah, I don't think I would want to work with my ex like that either, you know. We're going to the bridge 2F.
Self-destruct system has been activated. All personnel evacuate immediately.
But yeah, that's the word around the campfire.
Self-destruct system has been activated.
Yeah, they've worked together on a few games,
Evacuate immediately.
so it's really unfortunate. Man, I need to sit down and like
Destruct system.
just carve out like 2 weeks to dedicate to a Baldur's Gate 3 run. It's just, I have so many games I want to play through.
The self-destruct system has been activated.
It's wild. Even having basically essentially unlimited time, I still don't have enough time to play everything I want to play.
The self-destruct system.
We're on step 93.
All personnel evacuate immediately.
So I've kind of told myself I'm going to focus on Resident Evil games, particularly ones that are on PS3.
Activated. All personnel evacuate immediately.
Step 94. We're heading down to the first floor cargo bay to open up the door to cargo transport.
All personnel evacuate immediately. The self-destruct system.
Yeah. Code Veronica is the big one I wanted to work on. Only because we had that remake coming out.
The self-destruct system has been activated. All personnel evacuate immediately.
We're on step 95.
The self-destruct system has been activated. All personnel evacuate immediately.
Yeah, it shouldn't take too long. What I saw people saying about that is it takes about an hour of gameplay to get to where you can unlock user-generated content, and then maybe another hour or two to actually knock out the missions. If you didn't get all the blast shards done, there is one that'll automatically collect them for you. If you just look up like auto collect, it'll run through for like 7 minutes and just collect all the blast shards for you in one go.
5 minutes until detonation.
Step 96.
I will not allow.
The self-destruct system has
I would recommend doing anything online in Festival of Blood too if you need it.
the self-destruct system has been
Let me do a quick equipment check because I need to have my gas rounds. Yep. And we're gonna do acid, then regular. Oh well. I think it has UGC stuff. I will say check the trophy list before you buy anything. We're on step 97.
destruct system has been activated. All personnel evacuate immediately.
We're almost to the halfway point. As far as game is concerned.
Self-destruct system
Yeah, this is the time. You've got about a month and a half left, I think, before that stuff closes down. But I would do it sooner rather than later. I would do any PS3 stuff you've been putting off sooner rather than later. Like, I'm getting Code Veronica, but I also want to work on the Dark Side, like the Umbrella and Dark Side Chronicles games. I want to work on RE4 Classic. I already knocked out 5 and 6.
Activated. All personnel evacuate immediately.
Then there's Revelations 1 and 2, which are both on PS3. I didn't know Revelations 2 was on PS3. If I'm being honest with you.
All personnel evacuate immediately.
The self-destruct system has been
The White Whale, yeah. The White Whale on 2 different platforms at this point.
the self-destruct
Though I own it. I own it on Xbox as well.
All personnel evacuate immediately.
the self-destruct system has been
I like how I've been just casually talking during this like high intensity moment. It's fine. We're about to have the Tyrant 2 boss fight once we get to these cutscenes.
Activated. All personnel evacuate.
I've had one time where this went horribly and one time where this went perfectly. So it can go either way. As far as I know. Ba-bum. 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 This is a run killer for a lot of people, like casually playing. Yay, that went perfect. Love to see it. All right, we're going to get our one save that we're allowed for the run.
Oh
This is the perfect amount of cutscene to leave. Oh, unlike last night, I don't need a bathroom break, but if this is where I would consider taking one if I needed one. Because I actually had to sit there and do nothing for a couple minutes. Yeah, compared to the PS4 version, the lighting here is so different on the HD version. Alright, we're on step 98. We're heading down to the office because we have to do some item box shenanigans. And go through the stupid moth hallway. This, I think, is a little bit more annoying than the bridge. This is the bridge, you can just tank it. This one, you gotta deal with poison. It's a pretty bad time all around. Alright. Item box shenanigans, let's go. We already did that one. We are depositing our rocket launcher. Why do I have that green herb there? That's not our special one. I don't know. Anyways. Deposit the explosive bow gun. Withdraw the custom handgun and our bullets. Like, let me just double check. Yeah. Alright, Frozen Corridor. I tried to be Billy Badass playing through this on an offline run and not shooting the moths. Terrible, awful, horrible idea. Always, always, always shoot the fucking moths. Every time. Step 100. Really surprised he didn't get me, because I took that like shit. $101. Oh, damn, that was about to be really slick. Like, we were right there. We just had to hit the door. So this room, I don't have it in the guide, but something I like to do is come over here and just grab a little extra handgun bullets. There's so many just sitting right there, just waiting. These spiders are really bad about body blocking. Yeah. More of their bullshit. Am I poisoned? Just hurting, which is understandable. Now we're on step 102. And step 103. This is the one of the trolliest steps in the whole run. If you don't do this step, because it's really easy to be like, oh, but I'm heading away from the thing I need, you'll regret it. I almost put some like smart ass remark in the guide about like, I warned you to do this. But like, if you don't check that pipe like I just did, Claire will not know what shape to make the handle a little bit later. Now we're on 104. And with this one, that is purely from sound. Oh, terrible time to reload. What a blunder. And this is in the guide. There is 5 green herbs in this room. I'm not going to pick any of them up because honestly, I just think it overkill so badly. But you can pretty much get all your handgun ammo refunded. And actually probably still come out a little bit in the positive. With that. We're on step 105. We have to head to the middle of the sorting room and get the box into the BOW room. Now we are on 106. We are going to the BOW room to get a gas mask. There is poison gas in here, so we do need to be rather quick about it. Cool. 107. We're going back to the office. This is where I usually get poisoned. And it turns into a total clusterfuck. I took a risk. I did try to kill it. I'm almost certain I didn't. But that's okay. We didn't get poisoned, is what matters. Hi, DIJ. I think that's his name. We're at the end of 107, but there's a lot to do in this little room. Cool. Sounds like me after Taco Bell. Oh god, I had Taco Bell today. I don't have any green herbs, so yeah, I can just... Oh, but look, I almost did the thing again. I almost fucking did it. I put the infinite herb in the box for Chris, but like, I almost forgot. Even though it's written right there in the guide. We're on 108 now, by the way. I'm thinking maybe I need to put that note at the top of step 107. That might be a little better. Wait, wrong room. $109. $110.
Claire!
Clear. This is no, still 110. Optinoob doesn't pick up the handgun ammo in here, but I do. Again, I just like having extra and getting really close to 400. Just makes my brain go burr. But yeah, if you weren't able to use the valve handle here and get it cut, it's because you didn't do the thing in 103 where you have to check that pipe. It'll troll you. I'm not picking up screen herb. Oh, there's another Duralumin case now. I wonder what's in that one. Alright, we gotta go through the frozen corridors clear one last time. As we need to get down to the mining room. Hurry to make not enough ammo. CVX 30,000 more rounds. Yeah, isn't that like in all the times that I say all the times I've played once. Well, no, that's actually not correct. I've played through CVX twice, but the very first time, way back when I was a little youngin', I absolutely used the Game Shark. But when I played it on stream a few years ago, yeah, he got me last night too. I thought if I took a wider angle, I'd be safe, but wasn't wide enough. But yeah, when I streamed it a few years ago, it took me about 10 hours to clear it, and yeah, like ammo, I felt like I was struggling for a lot of Claire's part. Chris is not so much because the knife is absolutely like buku insane. Now, like Optinu's guide is absolutely fantastic. I think it's so weird that during this part he sees a sniper rifle and he's like, nah, bro. And like we have more than enough handgun ammo to do the fight with just the handgun. But
Claire, what are you doing? Let's go!
like why not? Like just why not?
Are you ready?
Okay.
Oh. Well, this fight is a little bit longer. Like, kinda. I've like gaslit myself into saying yes. I don't know if she was poisoned, but we'll find out. Yeah, put that as out of the fucking way as possible. I don't want to see that. Okay, that's our glitched one. Perfect. Alright. Now, this is a fight that I kind of suck at. Because, like, he just gets so many hits on me. And I waste so many shots. You only have to hit him like 4 times. We did. That's probably the best I've done on that, if I'm being totally honest with you. Now, I'm not really going to worry about picking up green herbs. I am going to pick up a blue herb to have. But I'm really not going to worry about green herbs for the rest of the run. I think we have enough stockpiled because we just need to make some mixed ones with Claire. We're on step 114. I know I haven't updated in a minute. This is, I have this labeled as Chris MTF2. Oh yeah, it is Chris MTF2 technically. I guess technically you never left, but whatever. And we're actually on step 115 now. But yeah, I feel like even just getting a couple of hits with the rifle during the Nosferatu fight, you end up saving so much handgun bullets. And you just make the fight shorter, so you kind of like reduce your chance of getting poisoned. But Optinoob does it entirely with the custom handgun. And, you know, like, power to him. Good on you, bud. I ain't doing that, though. Step 116. I'm not grabbing all that. It says to get the green and blue. I ain't doing that. We are going to get this Luger replica, though, because we're going to need it for the battle game. So we're going to get our grenade launcher. We're going to put that up. So that's kind of whatever. All right. We're on step 118. We're going to see some Spooter boys on our way back, though. But we're going to go back to the garage where we just came from. I feel like it's a little hard to get around this guy. Like, he played nice that time, but he's kind of body blocked me a couple other times. Now we're on 119. I don't know how to do this room, like putting in the battery pack quickly and not getting hit. Oh wait, I know how to do it. Like that. Ta-da. It doesn't say do that in the guide, but like, I always end up with like 20 extra grenade rounds by the end of all of it. So it's fine to kill the occasional one that's not listed. Alright, we're on 121. Which we are heading to the elevator. That weird, like, doubling up. So yeah, I remember when I was watching Optinoob's guide, like this part blew my mind because we're gonna run right by the shotgun, and I mean I know when I play it, like fuck yeah, shotgun, and like pretty much anybody else would, but we ignore it for most of Chris's playthrough, and we only use it in like 2 areas. It's got me fucked up. But don't get me wrong, while I did make some changes to Optinoob's playthrough, like his guide is solid. As always. The man constantly puts out good work. We're gonna get the Clement Sigma, and we'll be on step 122. Oh yeah, like he's my go-to video trophy guide guy. If he puts out a trophy guide, like I know I'm in for a solid experience. I am a fucking ding dong. I should have been punished way more, but I wasn't. Step 123. We're going all the way to 2nd floor, and then the warehouse corridor observation room by the back courtyard. We'll finally get some more inventory space. So like I was a PlayStation Underground member. I even still remember what my PlayStation Underground member ID number was. Like I know it off the top of my head, but I don't recall him. I do remember lying to get into the gamer advisory panel. I said I had a whole shitload of games I didn't actually had because you just needed the SLUS number for the game, and you could register that you owned it that way. Because I wanted to get into the SOCOM beta so bad. The SOCOM 3 beta, and I didn't get it. He was one of the hint people. Like, I kind of figured as much. 124. $125. 126. We're going down to the 1st floor and then to the diorama room. There's a camera on the way. But we have to go this way. You can't just go down the stairs. Yeah, like I signed up, but I really my parents didn't really buy me too many magazines. I did have a subscription to Nintendo Power, funny enough, for like 2 or 3 years. But I didn't keep any of those magazines when I moved in here. On the one hand, like I can't regret it because I know those magazines are worth a decent amount, but at the same time, like I didn't want to bring a whole lot of my shit here. Like I downsized so much when Savvy and I moved in together, and ultimately, like that is still the right call. Come on, thank you. That was totally worth it. We are on still on 126, but we're almost done with it. We're going down to B1F and then down to the specimen lab, and then the turntable room. Thankfully, that camera is off going forward. I've been recording for an hour and 46 minutes. And I'm already on step 127 of like 170 something. And the thing is, I'm not even that quick at playing this game. We're actually going to skip the screen herb, so we're just going to head up to the turntable room and use the turntable key that we just got. Oof. And Bandersnatch just being like, don't get cocky, kid. On 129, this is really annoying. Like, I don't know what it is about this thing of bowgun arrows. It's just really awful to get. Like, the thing that I have kind of figured out is just like stop moving. 130, by the way. We're in Chris Airport 1. I can't remember, was that a time demo? Like, I remember us playing it, but I remember really nothing about us playing it. So, like, that makes sense. Oh, boo. Right, we are going up to run 132. Yeah. You know, I'm gonna be really honest. My memory is not that great. This is 132. Solution is 335. Clear 335. Yeah, like I tell Savvy often that my media retention is not good. Like I can watch something or play something, and unless it was just really stand out, I will forget major details about it within a year or two. Sometimes even less. Like, I know run 133, by the way, and now 134. The angry Australian man that I've been playing with, that I did GTA 4 with, he's going through Red Dead 1. And he's been asking me like questions about stuff I just did on there earlier this year, and I can't remember very much about it. When there was a point that I was like, oh no, I'd totally write like an optimization guide. That hunter. Oh, that hunter. On the PS4 version, he's such a lazy sack of shit. But on Xbox 360 and PS3, like, that guy is out for fucking blood. It's insane, the difference of that hunter. So this hunter, you have to, like, sneak behind. Run 134, by the way. I remember who killed Gowron. $135. We're heading all the way to the boiler room. These are the Sam Fisher zombies. Wow! I'm surprised he didn't get me. Yeah, like most of the time that hunter's not very aggressive, but on these HD versions, he gives a fuck. He gives all the fuck. He's a total tryhard. Alright. So we're about to be on step 136 once we get into the lobby. There's going to be poison hunters out here that may poison me. That's why I have a blue herb. It's for them. Alright, cool. We're going to go front office, then the back courtyard, then the boiler room. We're going to hope that the zombie that usually gets me in the back courtyard doesn't get me. I knew that guy was going to be a prick. He gets me about every time. He's another one that honestly I should shoot. Hey, fuck off, thanks. Run 136 officially. We're actually at the end of 136. And now we're on 137. Unlike earlier, we're not going to kill shit down here. There is a hunter in this next room, though, the storehouse. Wow, I couldn't get to the door. This is actually kind of risky. Whew, that was almost bad. Honestly, any sort of running around hunters is bad news. Alright, we're at 138. We're gonna go to the elevator by the iron walkway. We're going to go to the first floor and we're going to the diorama room to put in these proofs and not have to see them again for the entire rest of the playthrough. We're almost at 2 hours. We're at like an hour 56 on the recording. We've got about 35 minutes, 40 minutes left. I actually do need a couple green herbs because I want to mix them on the fly. Thankfully, there are like I think like 4 green herbs between here and getting this emblem here in a minute. We're at 139, by the way. God, get the fuck out of the way. Holy shit. I got body blocked hard. I'm using the grenades a little more freely than I usually do, but it's fine. We're on step 140, and the neat thing about this boss is you don't have to fight it. You will take some hits, probably, but you don't have to fight it. You don't have to use any ammo. And since I've got the infinite herb on Chris, I can just kind of, like, thug it out. Now, cool. Alright, anyways. We're on 141. We're actually in the shotgun now. We need 2 spaces free for what we're about to do. 420 Urbit. Yeah. Yeah, these mixed herbs that we're about to make are going to be really helpful for us for Claire. Because she'll need pretty much all of them for the Steve section that's coming up. Alright, finally. And the thing is, I really like the shotgun in this game. You don't need it except for a couple parts with this particular strategy. Insanity that you see the grenade launcher so much. Yeah, these mixed herbs right here are crucial. And I actually should probably add a note about making sure you have 2 even if you're doing the infinite herb trick. We out this bitch. Just kidding. Now we out this bitch. Alright, that was step 142, and after these cutscenes will be on 143. We are at the Antarctic base now. Thanks, PlayStation. You're the best. 3, 4, 5, 6. That should have only taken 6 rounds. I think we're too far back. I might have to use a grenade launcher in the next room. Yeah, it's gonna be tight. If you can group them up together, it's fine. But I might have to use a grenade round. This is the only time we ever come in this room. Though in the Optinoob guide, he gets the bowgun stuff first, but I actually think the grenade round is good to get first because you can get that for free. And then you can come over here and pick up the bowgun stuff to activate everybody. Something that irritates me about this game, they make you sit here and watch these zombies come up. Hey, look at that. We had 1 round to spare. That's actually probably my best run through there. Not the most ammo efficient, but like we were really movement efficient. Like every movement led to a kill. 145. Yeah, like once you play Resident Evil 2, like the original Resident Evil 2, it's hard not to instinctually want to aim up with a shotgun. Like that's just, it's one of those things that just makes sense, you know. And we're gonna say hell no to this ink ribbon. The YouTube channel ink ribbon is fantastic, but not the item for this particular run. Getting faster at these item boxes. In this game, the knife is fantastic, which that's pretty, I feel like that's pretty common, like classic Resident Evil knowledge at this point, but like it's so good. I remember like hearing that when I was doing my big 10-hour run and like I wasn't too sure about it until I tried it and I was like, holy shit, this is amazing. What the fuck? You know? We're on step 146, by the way. I don't know if I said that earlier, but I'm saying it now. This one's kind of sucks. Because you get surrounded and they make you get surrounded. Even though you have all sorts of opportunity to escape. It's silly. I do know if you like kind of back up a little bit and then run to the left, I've done it twice where I've gotten through with no hits and no ammo. But like in Optimus guy, but he does kill the one that's at like his 7 o'clock position, like on the screen. That almost worked. That's kind of usually how I've been doing it, but it's fine. I don't think I have to go into the power room, do I? No. We're back out in the sorting room. 147. Like the shotgun and then the knife to just finish them off on here. I remember, like, as Chris, I was just a total beast. in my 10-hour playthrough. I was just in such shock. You're gonna get caught here. It's essentially scripted. It's fine. Run SIP 148. We gotta turn the power on in the area, in the high voltage rooms where we're going. Damn, we're just at 206. Use the handle to get the plug into place. And then we're going to go over that switchboard right there and lift the lever. Then we're going to kill a whole bunch of zombies here. And this is going to take 5 or 6 grenade rounds. But look how many, we still have 19 grenade rounds. It's insane. We're on SIP 150. And my surprise when we got this part, and I was like, oh shit. Taking the elevator to one of the worst areas for not taking damage. The ant farm. You could say it's a kind of alien ant farm. It's step 151. I'm just gonna do that now. They do put a couple green herbs in here for you, which is nice. You can totally skip this room if you don't need a memo. But I like to get all the memos, just say I got them all. And on the PS4 version, that's a trophy. Ridiculous. We're on step 153. I skipped calling out 152, my bad. But we're on 153. Only like 25 steps left to go, roundabouts. 24, 25, something like that. I don't know, math's hard. Oops. Got a little too overzealous. I'm a pre-check these now. Like in the guide, they don't have you do it until you're in the main hall, second floor. But I'm just gonna go ahead and do that now. It'll make the menuing there a little less monotonous. 154. We're gonna make down the high voltage room. I feel like if you run a bit of a serpentine, you can reduce how often you get hurt there, but it's always bad. We have to go left. Yep. And then 180 basically. Now I gotta turn the power off. And we're also gonna get our knife, which I don't actually know if you need it, because I'm pretty sure there's one in the main hall. I didn't turn off the power. Whoops. What do you mean I didn't follow my own guide exactly? There we go. That would screw us over later if we didn't do that. There's one more poison hunter we're going to deal with. I do that all the time. The way of the Mansion Courtyard is right here. Duh. It pretty much shows up right as that camera starts to change. These are really hard to see if you don't know exactly where they are. When the power's on, they do sparkle. But there's two of them in there. We're on step 155, about to be 156. This part screwed me up and was why I died in a previous attempt. It's because when I got here to Claire, I equipped the knife and then like did it. You don't have to, you can just use it. Alright, we're in Claire's part. So we didn't have to do the poison serum thing. We're gonna heal her to full. Not that she really needs a whole lot of inventory. This is a very, very brief section for her. But now I know she's for sure at full health because I have 3 mixed herbs here and we're gonna get them out. I put them in here specifically for this part. Let's rock and roll. Oh, we can also deposit blue herb. It's taking up space. Three, 4, 5, 6. Now, I don't know how to not get hurt by that. I still have 230. Yeah, well, the poison thing wasn't what did it. It was the fact that I didn't have my grenade launcher equipped for the next time we play Chris. And like Alexia came and choked me out, basically. We're on step 159. This step is really fucky, and I hope I get it right. My confidence is always middling on this part at best. But you have to like... What I like to do is kill the zombie first. I actually need to update the guide to reflect that. Because I just don't want him interrupting what I'm doing at all, right? But you have to like step in and step out. And then step back in once it goes up. She'll automatically back out. And get you that card. Alright. Now for a potential run killer. We're on step 160 of like 177, I think. We should be fine though. We did prepare for this. It just sucks that you have to know. He always gets me. He's heal every time. And you're good. Alright, I have to be ready to shoot immediately as Chris here. Ooh. She almost got in killing range. I took a huge risk here. That's how I died. Because what happened was I had the knife equipped on the run that I died on. And I was like, oh no, you really have to like start firing on her immediately. It sucks. Da 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 da. Run 162. Well, no. I mean, I end up using the grenade rounds for pretty much the whole rest of the run, but I should still be in really good shape. Like, I'm gonna say 13 rounds, 14 rounds, even better. We gotta get the crane key from here, but we are going to use one of those rounds to kill a hunter. Thankfully, with the grenade launcher, he's a one-hit kill. It's great. Love to see it. Don't love that you have to go back the long way, but it's fine. That's how Goldberg eats his corn. We're on 163. You have to get the last jewel. Yep, that's exactly how he eats it, the long way. We're on 164. I am going to go ahead and examine Alexander's Pierce right now, though. We gotta head back to the main hall. We're gonna go to the second floor, use the jewels, and we're going to the study to get the sterile room key. We're about at the end. It's been a very quick playthrough for me. Single sign on Nitro 30 years ago still haunts a mistake. Yeah, as it should. Bret Hart hates that fucking guy. This area kind of sucks, and I'm not above killing a zombie or two in here. Bill Goldberg. We're on 165 is this step. Now we're on 166. When we go through this door, we'll be on 167. Can't do this step if the power's not off. That's why we turned it off earlier. Because you gotta be able to take both jewels. Then we gotta go back up. That's where we just were. We're gonna go into Lexi's room. In my head, I like the way I remember these rooms because I was struggling with it. I just remember that Alexia is always right. So I like keeping that little phrase in my head. Oh, but we have to go through. It's locked form the other side. That is her room, but it's locked. Just tank all the hits. It's fine. We fucked that up horrendously. At least there's healing in there. Whatever. 168. If I had read my guide, I have that written in there. She need to come in from Alfred's room. I just kind of looked at the endpoint and was like, yep, that's where we're going. Get that Spotify going. Take me to the party room. We're doing step 170 as soon as I figure out how to climb a ladder. I realize once again I skipped a step, but we're like pretty much at the end of the game. Like we have less than 10 steps left. That's all we needed. 171. This will be fun. We get to go through that horde one more time. Unfortunately, Chris can't read. That's one of my favorite Resident Evil memes. Like even Savvy quotes that one. She enjoys it. When I did the Xbox run last night, I got through that without getting touched. And I even said, I was like, I will never be this good at dodging again. We had some really good dodges. It was something for sure. This is still 171, but we're about to be on 172 once we go through the door up the lift. I don't know what that says, but it means steak. Now I'm hungry. Man, if there is one older gaming memory I have, is you and me playing Resident Evil 6. And I was just in there yelling about steak at like 3 in the morning. And my mom sent a text message saying, hey, can you close your door and or shut the hell up? Well, you know what we didn't do though? We proceeded to 174. We did 173 and we proceeded to 174. We need to do our final loadout. I was about to throw the whole run because I was sitting there telling this story. My bad. Alright, we don't need that anymore, but we do need our bow gun. We need arrows. We need that. Like, that's kind of the main thing what we need, as I recall. I'm doing some terrible decisions here with with being efficient with menuing. Not that it matters. I'm so far ahead of time to just get under 4 hours. Yep. And we have 28 shots. That's actually the best that I've gotten into this part with. All right, now let's go to the detention center. This is where I was supposed to get the security file. Yeah, there's 177 steps. But let's go ahead and finish this game up. Yeah, and to know that I could have played a little bit faster. We're at 2 hours and 27 minutes of recording, almost 2:28. I had the wrong thing equipped. I don't know if I could ever like seriously speedrun this, because like this feels like just a really average like quick run. The fact that I have to have a guide pulled up the whole time I'm doing it. Granted, I wrote the guide, but I had to base it off of someone else's run. Is there another zombie in the way? No, there's not. Because we knocked him down. Alright, let's do it. We're going to hold R1. Hit her once. Phase change. Wow! That was so lucky. I'm so glad that's what I recorded, because normally I'm sitting there shooting her 20, 30 times trying to hit her. Dang, Verso. Boy, I made that look so fucking easy. You can't dodge the credits and shit on the PS4 version. It's annoying. That should be right at about 2:30. $2:28:45. Technically better by like, what, 5 minutes? Yeah, I thought she dodged too. Then she's like, nope, I want to eat that. That looks delicious. Battle game. Rocket launcher. It's like 2:32 or 2:33. I have it in Discord. What was it last night? We're gonna find out. It was 2:35. So I actually did better by 7 minutes. All right, well, that was that. So we got the A rank. We did it in well under 4 hours, literally an hour and a half to spare. Again, this is not a guide. In my guide, I have a link to Optinoob's playlist. It like slows down enough to like tell you everything. I'm just reading off numbers, but I will post my guide in case you're like, man, I'd really like this written down. I did it. So you're welcome. I will have the updated one in the description because the one I posted in the chat during this, while you use it, there's some stuff I gotta fix. But I'm gonna go ahead and cut the recording. But yeah, y'all, physical media forever. Fuck Sony, and I will see you all on the next one. Bye.